Today is the 14th of April, and for any fellow Titanerix, this is the date, the big date. 108 years ago today, the Titanic struck the iceberg and sank halfway across the Atlantic. And every year at Titanic Belfast, I'm always just so privileged to be part of it. There's this incredibly moving thing where we gather down on the slipways. We have a whole series of events all night, and then at 11:40 p.m. down on the slipways where the ship was built, we gather by candlelight and have a little act of remembrance for those who were lost. Obviously, can't happen in person this year, but we've tried our best to put together a little kind of virtual version of the whole night. So if you follow on the Titanic Belfast website or Facebook page or Twitter feed right the way through tonight, you'll see our night to remember. You'll even see me pop up in a clerical collar, which, as you may know, it takes a very, very special occasion indeed to get me in the collar, but it's always just such a privilege to be part of it. So here's a little kind of sneak preview, and as I say, if you check on the Titanic Belfast page later on, you'll be able to be part of our night to remember. Our guide for this evening is this book. A little bit dog-eared and much beloved, A Night to Remember by Walter Lord. Now, in the 1950s, Walter Lord realised that the eyewitness accounts of those who survived the Titanic were beginning to slip beyond living memory. So he tirelessly tracked down and interviewed as many survivors as he could find, collecting the most incredible bank of stories from those whose memories of that night, although decades in the past by then, were still almost shockingly vivid and sharp. So these are stories full of hope and heroism and even sometimes humour, as well as terrible loss and fear and pain. The Titanic story is so much more than the story of a ship of steel and steam and ice. It's a story of people, each one unique and precious. Alright, so feel free to tune in to that throughout the evening if you fancy, and if you're very good and your mummy allows you to stay up till 11:40, it would be awesome to see you to light the Titanic candle. As you can tell, my life at the minute is all about lighting candles. So tonight at 11:40 is the Titanic candle. For now, we light our daily candle. It's the 14th of April, and with this candle we pray for light in a dark world, for hope in a fearful heart, for peace in a troubled soul.